CORPERNEWS investigates Peter Obi under the microscope. Today, CORPERNEWS is going to be shining the light on Peter Obi, on savings, skill, and the presidency. Good evening. Tonight, we do not campaign. We're not campaigning. We cross-examine Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, the 2023 presidential candidate, and also the potential 2027 contender. So he says Nigeria must be rescued through prudence and discipline, but does his record withstand forensic scrutiny? Now let's examine the numbers and the gaps too. Exhibit A, the 75 billion naira claim. When Peter Obi left office in March 2014, his administration reported 75 billion naira in cash and bank balances, between 25 to 30 billion naira in investments, about $156 million in foreign currency savings. Now that figure became the cornerstone of his national brand. But here are the hard questions. How much of that 75 billion naira was immediately accessible cash? How much was tied up in fixed deposits and long-term instruments? What were the opportunity costs of holding those reserves instead of expanding infrastructure? Now, financial prudence is commendable, definitely, but governance is not just about saving. It's about balancing liquidity with development urgency. Anambra's annual budget during his tenure averaged below 100 billion naira. Nigeria's federal budget today exceeds 20 trillion naira. The scale difference is not incremental, it's exponential. Now let's look at Exhibit B, the debt profile. During Peter Obi's tenure, Anambra maintained relatively low borrowing compared to several other states. But consider context. Between 2010 and 2014, Nigeria experienced strong oil revenues nationally. Now, here is a question. Would the same strategy work in today's Nigeria, where public debt exceeds 80 trillion naira? Debt servicing consumes a significant portion of federal revenue. Oil output remains very unstable. Now, prudence in surplus years is different from crisis management in deficit years. Yes. Exhibit C, education performance. The numbers are very strong, very strong, I must say. Under Obi, schools were returned to the missionary authorities. Over 1 billion naira, reportedly granted to those institutions. Thousands of computers distributed, hundreds of classrooms rehabilitated. Between 2011 and 2013, Anambra ranked among top WAEC performing states. Those improvements are documented, you can go check it out. But cross-examination requires more. Were gains sustained beyond his administration? How much of WAEC performance reflects long-standing regional educational culture in the Southeast? How replicable is that model in northern states battling insurgency and school closures? Scaling policy across radically different regions is the real test of national leadership. Okay, Exhibit D, infrastructure. Critics point out Anambra did not experience large-scale transformative mega projects during his tenure. No massive transport evolution, no industrial corridor expansion on a national scale, no major energy generation breakthroughs. Supporters also argue that physical stability comes first. But Nigeria's federal challenges include power generation deficits, rail modernization, oil refinery gaps, national security logistics, and savings is not enough at a federal level. Execution capacity becomes central. Now, Exhibit E, personal conduct. Peter Obi declined a former governor's pension package. He has not been convicted of corruption. His name appeared in the 2021 Pandora Papers, involving offshore entities. He stated those accounts were declared illegal. No court conviction followed. That clears legal ground. But voters may still ask, how transparent are asset declarations? What level of financial disclosure is expected from a presidential candidate? Legal compliance is one standard. Public confidence is another. Exhibit F, the 2023 numbers. In 2023, Peter Obi secured over 6 million votes. He won Lagos in symbolic breakthrough. He won the Federal Capital Territory. He also dominated the Southeast, but he did not secure constitutional spread nationwide. All right? That exposes the structural challenge. Nigeria is not one on regional dominance, it is one on national coalition architecture. Can he build a cross-regional alliance deep enough to secure majority electoral mark? That remains unproven. Nigeria today faces inflation above 20%, currency volatility, rising food insecurity, youth unemployment, security instability across multiple zones. Now, Anambra's economy during Obi's tenure operated within a functional federal structure. As president, he will manage monetary policy coordination, national defense command, oil revenue management, central bank relationships, international debt negotiations. State-level prudence does not automatically equal macroeconomic mastery. So here are the direct questions. Is fiscal conservatism enough in a high-debt, high-inflation nation? Can savings discipline translate into economic expansion at a scale? Does his coalition network match Nigerians' geopolitical complexity? Are his reforms operational blueprint or campaign principles? The record shows he left savings. Of course, he improved education outcomes. He avoided excessive borrowing. Oh, great. He maintained a relatively clean corruption profile. Those are concrete, but presidency demands national security command, legislative negotiation power, inter-regional political trust, crisis management under global economic pressure. Those remains to be tested. Now, this is not about popularity. It's not about capacity. It's not about popularity. It is about capacity. Peter Obi's record provides data, but national trust requires proof at scale. In 2027, Nigerians will not vote for a governor. They will vote for a commander-in-chief. And the difference between those two roles is the difference between balance sheets and the entire nation's future. This is CORPERNEWS Investigate. I am Favored Gina Obonyechuku. Thank you so much for watching and good night.